Sarah Metzger here. This is just a walkthrough of Temple Bethel of Birmingham's Shacharit, beginning on page 147 of the Lev Shalem. And we start right here at Shochen Ad. Shochen Ad Maharom V'Kadosh Shemo. And the congregation hopefully will repeat Shochen Ad Maharom V'Kadosh Shemo. V'chatuv ranenu tzadikim b'Adonai layesharim nava tehila b'fi yesharim titalal uv'divrei tzadikim titbarach uvilshon chasidim titromam uv'kerev kedoshim titkadash uv'machalot rivivot amcha beit Yisrael Berina yitvar shimcha malkenu bechol dor vador. Sheken chovat kol hayetzorim lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu lehodot lehalel leshabeach lefaer leromem lehader levarech le'ele ulkales al kol divrei shirot v'tishbechot David ben Hishai avdecha meshichecha Yishtabach shimcha la'ad malkenu. And then this part is often done silently. You'll read that to yourself. Ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol v'ha'kadosh b'shamayim u'ba'aretz ki lechana'eh Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu shir ushbecha halel v'zimra oz u'memshela netzach gedula u'gvura tehila u'tiferet tehila v'tiferet kedusha u'malchut. That part is done silently, so you don't need to worry about that so much. And then we come back again at Birchot ve'hodaot me'ata ve'ad olam Baruch ata Adonai El melech gadol batishbachot El hahodaot Adon haniflaot Habocher b'shirei zimra Melech elchei ha'olamim Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabbah Be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael Ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imeru Amen Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam ulmei almaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'emru Amen. That's Chatzi Kaddish in standard Shacharit Nusach, but you don't have to necessarily do it that way. And then we continue with the Baruchu on the following page. This is our call to worship. Baruchu, Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. And the congregation will say, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. And then you, the leader, will repeat, Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. And then we come to Yotser, right on the next page. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Yotser Or uvorei choshech osei shalom uvorei et hakol. And then you say these first two lines. Hakol yoducha v'hakol yishabchucha. And then the next part is done silently. At our congregation, usually we say this whole part silently, and then we pick up again at these bottom four lines. You'll pick up at Ein kirkecha Adonai Eloheinu ba'olam hazeh Ve'ein zulatcha malkenu l'chayei ha'olam haba Efes birtecha go aleinu limot ha'mashiach ve'ein dome lecha, moshienu litchiat hametim. And then everybody will sing El Adon on the next page together. So whoever is leading starts us off with El Adon Kol Hamaasim Baruch Umvorach Befi Kol Nishama Godlo Vetuvo Male Olam Da'at Udvuna Sovevimoto Hamid Ga'el Chayot HaKodesh V'nedar Bechavod Al HaMerkava Zechuto Mishor Livnei Chiso Chesed V'Rachamim Livnei Chevodo Tovim me'orot shebara Eloheinu Yitzaram beda'at bevina uvhaskel koach ugvura natan bahem liot moshlim bekerev tevel meleim zivum fikim noga na'ezivam bechol ha'olam semechim betzetam v'sasim bevoam osim be'em aritzon konam ve'er ve'chavod notnim lishmot zola verina lezecher machuto kara lashamesh vayizrach ora vehitkin zorat havana shevach notnim lo God tzivam arom Tiferet ugedula serafim ve'ofanim ve'chayot hakodesh la 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 ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la 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 la. Joyful song. Look at the cursor circling that joyful song. Let's make sure we try to make a joyful song, and we'll continue on the next page with just these first few words. Le'el asher shavat mikol hama'asim. And then you'll continue silently until you get to the chatima, the red arrow. Titbarach Moshienu al shevach ma'aseh yadecha ve'al me'orei or she'asita yefa'aru chasela. And we got some stage notes in the prayer book. Continue on the next page. Thank you, prayer book. We shall. Continue right here with Titbarach. Titbarach tzurenu malkeinu vego aleinu borei kidoshim. And then you'll continue silently up until you get to this part, Kulam Ahuvim. And this part goes like this. Kulam Ahuvim, Kulam Berorim. Let's try that one more time. Kulam Ahuvim, Kulam Berurim, Kulam Giborim, V'chulam Osim Be'ema, Uvira Ritzon Konam, V'chulam Potchim et Pihem, B'kedusha Uv'tehora, B'shira Uv'zimra, U'mevarchim U'mshabchim, U'mfarim U'mharitzim, U'makdishim U'mamlichim, Et Shem Ha'el HaMelech HaGadol. And then you can say that part quietly if you want, or Et Shem Ha'el HaMelech HaGadol HaGebor V'Hanora Kadoshu. And then you'll lead us in the rest. V'chulam Mekablim Aleihem Al Machut Shamayim Ze Mizeh V'notnim Reshut Ze Lazeh Lehakdish Liotzeram Benachat Ruach B'safa Verura Uvnima Kedusha Kulam Ke'echad Onim Ve'omrim Be'ira Kadosh 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 Adonai Tzvaot Melo Kol Haaretz Kevodo Ve'ha'ofanim Ve'chayot HaKodesh Bera'ash Gadol Mitnasim Leumat Serafim Leumatam Mishabchim Ve'omrim Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo Le'el Baruch Ni'imot Yitenu. And then you can continue this part silently as well. And usually we pick up again at the last two lines, or Chadash. And you can just chant it as regular Nusach. There are a few songs as well, but The way I usually do it is Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir V'nizkechu lanu mehera le'oro Baruch Ata Adonai Yotser Hameorot. And then we continue with Ahava Rabba and the congregational melody. Again, there are a few options, but the one we usually go with, Ahava Rabba Ahavtanu Adonai Eloheinu Cham Lagidol Avitera Chamata Aleinu Avinu Malkeinu Ba'avor Avotenu Shebatchu V'cha Avinu Malkeinu V'telamdem Chukei Chayin Kein Techonenu Utlamdenu Avinu Ha'av Harachaman Hamrachem Rachem Aleinu V'tein B'libeinu Lehavin Ulhaskil Lishmoa Lilemod Ulelamed Lishmor Velasod Ulkayem et kol divrei Talmud Toratecha be'ahava V'ha'er einenu b'toratecha V'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha V'yached levavenu le'ahava ulira et shemecha V'lo nebosh Le'olam va'ed V'lo nevosh Le'olam va'ed Ki v'shem kodshecha Hagadol v'hanora b'atachnu Nagila v'nismecha Nagila v'nismecha b'shuatecha. And obviously you don't need to sing it as high as I just did. You can sing it in a pitch that dogs and humans alike can hear. And then we come together at V'havienu. Oh, this is to the tune of Hatikva. V'havienu l'shalom me'arba kanfot haaretz V'tolichenu komemiut le'artzenu Ki el po'el Yeshuata Uvanu v'charta mikolam b'lashon V'keravtanu l'shimcha hagadol sela Be'emet lehodot lecha Ulyachedcha be'ahava Baruch atah Adonai habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Or something like that. And then we come to the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And then you'll recite the next line to yourself. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech Uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uchshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'hisharecha. And then we say the second paragraph of the V'ahavta to ourselves usually, and most of the third as well. However, I like to pick it up at Leman Tizkeru, but you don't have to necessarily pick it up at this part. But when you are done praying, with the second and the third paragraph, you will come back with Adonai Elohechem Emet. But in case you wanted to learn, the third paragraph, Vayomer Adonai El Moshe Lemor, Daber el b'nei Yisrael v'amarta alehem v'asu lahem tzitzit al kanfei bigdehem lidorotam v'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf petil techelet v'haya lachem l'tzitzit uritem oto uzkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei livavchem v'acharei nechem asher atam zonim achareihem Leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'item kedoshim lelohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiyot lachem Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet. And then the next part that you would be doing as the leader would be on this next page at the caret. Ledor vador hu kayam ushmo kayam v'chiso nachon u'malchuto ve'emunato la'ad kayamet. And then again we come back at the caret. And there are a couple ways to do this. There's a fun song that I really like, but if you want to just chant Nusach, it goes Emet Shatahu Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu Malkeinu Melech Avotenu Goalenu Goel Avotenu Yotserenu Tzur Yeshuatenu Podenu Matzilenu Me'olam Shemecha Ein Elohim Zulatecha Ezrat Avotenu Atahu Me'olam. And then you are done with this page as far as leading goes. And then when we continue, we get to the part with Chamocha, which is standard Nusach, but Chamocha has zillions of melodies. I prefer some of the melodies over the Nusach, but who am I to say? If you were to chant from Tehilot, it would go Tehilot le'el elyon baruch hu umvorach Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba v'emru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh Nora Tehilot Osef ele Shira Chadasha Shibechu Geulim Leshimcha Al Safat Chayam Yachad Kulam Hodu Vehim Lechu Vehamru Adonai Imloch Leolam Va'ed. And then everybody stands up as soon as you start with Tzur Yisrael, Kuma be'ezrat Yisrael, Ufdechinu Mecha, Yehuda ve'Yisrael, Go Aleinu Adonai Tzivaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. And then we get to the Amidah. So to start the Amidah, you take 3 steps back, Adonai Sifatai Tiftach, and then 3 steps forward, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, and you say that to yourself. And then, Baruch Atah Adonai Elohei, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon. Go. Oy. Let's start it. I'll take care of that in post. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot, U'Mevi Goel Lifnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer Ufoked Umoshia Umagen. Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ufoked Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Atah Rav Lehoshia. And then depending on when you are leading, if it's between Shemini Atzeret and Pesach, when you say Mashiv Haruach Morid Hagashem, or after Pesach and before Shemini Atzeret, you'll say Morid Hatal. Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Givurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua. In this part, you do all by yourselves. Everybody's with you up until that point. Vene'eman ata lahachayot metim. Baruch ata Adonai mechaye hametim. And then the congregation will start with Nikadesh et Shimcha ba'olam, kishem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, kakatuv al yad nevi'echa, v'kara ze el ze ve'amar. And then you'll say, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzivaot, Melo kol haaretz kivodo. The congregation is supposed to start, and then you're supposed to repeat, but in the event that that doesn't happen, you keep going. Az bekol rash gadol, adir v'chazak mashmiim kol, mitnasim leumat serafim, leumatam baruch yomeru, baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo. And the congregational melody that we use for this paragraph is Mimkomcha malkeinu, malkeinu tofia, v'timloch aleinu, ki mechakim anachnu lach. Matai timloch, timloch betzion. Matai timloch, timloch betzion. Bekarov beyameinu leolam, va'etish kalem back to Bekarov beyameinu leolam, va'etish kon. Tit kadal v'tit kadash, betoch Yerushalayim, Yerushalayim ircha. Ledor vador, ol netzach, netzachim. Ledor vador, ol netzach, netzachim. Ve'einu tirena malchutecha, kadavar ha'amor, b'shirei uzecha. Ve'einu tirena malchutecha, kadavar ha'amor, b'shirei uzecha. And then you'll sing Al Yadei, and the congregation will repeat Al Yadei, David, David, Al Yadei, David, David, Al Yadei, David, David, Meshiach Tzidkecha. And then you can do it again. Al Yadei, David, David, Al Yadei, David, David, Al Yadei, David, David, Meshiach Tzidkecha. Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohayich Tzion, ledor vador, hallelujah. And there's a melody for ledor vador, but since that part takes up a good chunk of time, I like to just chant Nusach. And Nusach goes like this. Ledor vador nagid god lecha, ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nakdish, V'shivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush le'olam va'ed, ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata, baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh. But the melody, if you want to know what the melody is, it goes Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid god lecha. Ulenetzach netzachim, ulenetzach netzachim, kedushatecha nakdish. V'shivchacha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush le'olam va'ed. Back to ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid god lecha. Ledor vador, ledor vador, ledor vador, nagid god lecha. Ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata, v'kadosh ata. Ki el melech gadol v'kadosh ata, v'kadosh ata. Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh. That's your other option, and then you continue silently until you get to about here. So either Oseh Shalom. You can take people out with Oseh Shalom. Again, there are millions of versions of Oseh Shalom. Some of my favorites are Chava Morel, Nava Tehila, Alana Jagoda, Debbie Friedman. You have plenty of options. And then Shacharit will officially conclude with Kaddish Shalem on page 167, and then that's right before the Torah service. And Kaddish Shalem goes like this. Yitgadal v'yitgadash Shema Rabba. Amen. Be'omad divrach yurtei, v'yamlich machutei, b'chayechon evyomechon, ub'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala ubizman kariv, ve'imeru. Amen. Yehi Shema Rabba mevorach, le'alam ulal me'al maya, yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha, Richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen. Titkabal tzolotehon uva'utehon dechol Yisrael, Kadam avuhon divishmaya ve'imeru. Amen. Yehi Shalom Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. Oseh Shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imeru. Amen. And that's Shacharit for you. Hope you found that helpful.